Brennan, no sacks for you guys last week, and I'm sure an emphasis this week. You get 4, and Coach Dickard mentions earlier in the week he wanted it off a 4-man rush, and 3 of those come off the 4-man rush.
Yeah, I mean, that was something we emphasized all week in practice. We really, put the extra time in Indy and figured out what we were going to do. And I think this was a cultivation of us just doing our best stuff, not letting the offensive tackles dictate what we do, but dictating how they're going to stop us. So, everyone out there was really flying around. Quinn had a great play. I wish I could remember everyone who got one because, in the heat of the moment, you kind of don't see it. But it was awesome just seeing all those guys really eat out there. And, I think we definitely left a mark on them.
Jaden Knott had come into this game rushing for 274 yards last weekend. He did not get to that today, only about 64. Just talk about the emphasis on stopping him and really how much the run defense has improved from last year where it was never certain how good it was going to be on a given day.
I mean, I have to give a huge shout out to Coach Galgis and those DTs. They played a great game today, and he's really emphasized it, stopping the run and shutting those A-gaps down. Jay Knott's an electric player. He has a lot of dynamic tools to him, but I think we didn't allow him to get into any comfortable rhythm throughout the game. We were hitting him when he was trying to fight for extra yards, and that kind of wears on the running back, knowing that if he's going to try and get extra yards and he's still getting hit from all sides, it kind of breaks down that confidence. So I think as the game throughout, he didn't feel comfortable in that O-line, definitely didn't feel comfortable with all of our stunts and how we were moving, and we got him to those situations we wanted to get into. Third and long, having them pass the ball a bunch, and they had some great playmakers on the outside, but not a lot of time to get it to them. So I think that's how we really effectively stopped the run this game.
Coming into this one, though, kind of what Jamie said, coming after that Oregon game, just how eager was the D-line group to have a bounce-back game like this, and was that kind of a conversation among you guys?
I mean, we were really excited to get out there and play any single weekend. We knew we had a challenge. We knew we had some blood in the water, and we were ready to attack it this week. Our coaches had a big emphasis on making sure we, get them to a passing down and really, getting it to them. That's the biggest thing with D-line is just disruption and helping out, Armani here on the back end, not letting that quarterback have time to go through his reads and, obviously stopping the run in the first, second down to get him behind the chains. I think we had a great week of practice, a lot of great energy up front. And, every single person on the D-line, I think, had a fantastic game. They weren't trying to make plays, but making the plays that were coming to them.
And Armani, for you, what do you think was just more effective about the defensive back play today? Compared to last week, what do you think you guys were able to kind of smooth out this week and play better on as a DB group?
Right. Well, we just prepared well this whole entire week. After last week, definitely, was a game we wish we had back, and but we didn't let it, filter into this week. So we just had a lot of focus, and the biggest thing as a secondary was just communicating, making sure everyone gets lined up, and then just being able to play fast, play confident, and just, trust each other and, handle business.
Yeah, Brennan, on Wednesday's practice, you mentioned that you wanted to swarm Jaden Knott and just get him disrupted early in the game. How are you guys successful in doing that?
It was just running through our fits and, everyone having 110% effort every single play. When you turn on our tape, you shouldn't see less than 11 guys around the ball at all times, and that's what we kind of pride ourselves on. So he may have found a seam, got 2 yards, but he was getting met by 11 guys in red jerseys, and that's, we emphasize every day in practice, no loafing, no taking plays off, and I think, running back seeing that, it becomes demoralizing throughout the course of a game.
This question's for both of you. This is such a fun team. You guys are dancing on the sidelines. You guys are jumping around after halftime, pregame. What's it like being on this team, and how fun is it?
You want me to answer that one?
Yeah, you go first.
I think it's because I could say, I've been on a lot of teams, different head coaches, but this is really, truly a family. I think everyone on this team loves each other, has a true care about the guy next to them. And when you're playing with 11 brothers on the field, it's hard not to be excited for one of them when they make a play. There's no me guys out there. I know that big phrase, we over me, and I think that really is what our locker room is. Everyone is just 110% bought into the guy next to them, and so these Saturdays, just seeing everybody else go have fun, and then when your play comes, everyone's going to have fun for you. So that's why I think we have so much energy.
Yeah, Brennan kind of said it perfectly. And I would just say that's just like the culture of, our team and what we're building and the new Wazoo. Like he said, it's not me guys, it's we guys. And, we just want, if he makes a play, I'm just excited if I make a play. And so we all just love each other, and we've worked so hard, and been through so much. We just love everybody on this team and just, want to go out there and be successful.
The last one for Brennan, and then we'll stick around for
Mr. Jackson, I know you've been thinking we wouldn't ask, but that reverse, you absolutely obliterated that guy. It looked like you were in the huddle for that team. What was going through your head? Did you know it was coming the whole way?
Honestly, there's a really quick tell. Jaden Knott's a very downhill runner. He doesn't like to have his shoulders toward the sideline. So we also had a great call, and I was going upfield anyway. So I had to give a shout out to the coaches for that. But once I saw him kind of run towards the sideline and I kind of peeked back, number 7 was coming. I was like, yeah, this is going to be a collision. And so I put a lick on him. Nothing he really could do there, and I appreciate the guy for being tough. But yeah, it sounded loud when I hit him. So I was just happy I was in the right place at the right time.
It looks loud up in the booth. So. And then Mo Measy, how nice is it to have a defensive line like that is really shutting down the run game? You can really kind of sink into your job and know those roles. How important is it to have the production like the guys up front?
Extremely important. And it's just a blessing, to have our D-line that we have and, the playmakers that they have and just being able to be so disruptive, not just in the run game but in the pass game as well. It makes the life of a DB extremely easy and just more confident knowing that, they're doing their job and they're getting back there. And as long as, we hold it down in the back end, that we will become successful on either, a sack, throwing the quarterback off his spot, or being able to make a play when the ball's in the air.
You flatter me.
Proud of you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hi, Mom.
Thanks, man. Proud of you, too. Thanks, Brennan.
Last couple for Armani. Last couple for Armani.
Armani, you were. I saw you on the field. It seemed like you would come up to everyone that was around you, and you would say something. But it was either a serious moment or you were cracking jokes. What are some of the things that you would say in those moments where, whether it was a tough play or whether you were just having a good time? What do you say to your teammates?
Yeah, so every time I take the field, or we take a field as a defense, I just, I go up to everyone and I say, let's go, let's get a 3 and out, let's get off the field. And I try to do that every time, just so, everyone gets that same feeling, we're all on the same page. Okay, let's do this. Because, some dudes might, be out of it or whatever, but as long as we're all on the same page and, we're going out there, we're going to get a stop, get the ball back to our offense. So that's just what I try to do, and, yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Armani, last week, Bo Nix throws for over 400 yards. Jack Plummer's under 300 this week. Not very many deep balls, not very many explosive plays. What did you guys kind of do internally in the defensive back room to fix what kind of maybe were the issues last week?
Yeah, and that was a large emphasis for us going into this week, and just really going back to the drawing board, watching film, and we understood that we can't give up explosives like that, and just going back to the little things just like our eyes. As a DB, your eyes are so important. Making sure we're all communicating, we're all on the same page, and that just allows everyone to to play fast and have that confidence.
Armani, last year was like a roller coaster ride. Everything that happened with the team. Now you guys are sitting at 4-1. Just what's the vibe like in the locker room with all you guys?
Definitely, if I could use one word, it's hungry. Like you said, we've been through so much, and we've worked so hard, though. That's the thing, and we just want to go out there and just give our best, and we have big goals and big dreams as a team, and we know it's not going to be easy, but every day, it takes work that we got to put in, and we're putting in that work, and just understanding, that winning is hard. So, when we do win, celebrate it, but also not get comfortable, because, you can't do that, especially in this conference. Everyone has a really good team, so, yeah, that's really the biggest thing.
Y'all had 12 offensive drives, and 5 times you had them go 3 and out. I mean, that's just dominant defense. How good does it feel, your offense punts the ball away, they come back out, and you send them right back to the sideline in 3 plays?
It feels amazing, and got to give credit to our coaches, and especially Coach Ward, calling the plays up there. He's putting us in really good situations to be successful, and everyone trusts him. Everyone trusts their coaches, and, when you can do that as players and you trust your coach, the sky's the limit. because everyone's going to play hard, everyone's going to do their job, and that's why, we had success today being able to get off the field and get the ball to our offense.
Obviously, nobody is complaining on how awesome this defense is playing, but the one thing that is a little bit different than last year is you guys haven't been able to find the turnovers that you were finding last year. What makes you guys think that those will come? What can you guys do to maybe get a couple takeaways as the season goes on?
Yeah, those will come as those usually come by doing your job. Not people doing their own thing. So just understanding that, we do our job, we do what we're supposed to, that the turnovers will come, and just emphasizing it more in practice, punching out the ball or going up and catching it more, and just, it's all about the ball. So making it more of an emphasis at practice, we might see some results.